Hello, my Scorpio sun, moon, and rising sign astrology friends. Welcome to your July 1st through 7th weekly astrology forecast. This first week of July is like plugging into a lightning bolt. Unexpected shifts, breakthroughs in love and finances, and the beginning of a major collective revolution as Uranus enters Gemini this week. It is a big week. I highly recommend that you listen to the collective reading before you do listen to your sign, but regardless, we will get into it. Hi, I'm Life. Hi, I'm Sarah with Life with Training Wheels, where we explore astrology, tarot, and other spiritual growth tools to help you stay grounded and inspired while you ride the waves of transformation. If that sounds like something you would enjoy, I'd love it if you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of the upcoming weekly astrology, daily tarot prompts, and transformational content that I've got planned for this month. So I will quickly go over the astrology that's going on this week, and then we'll get into how it's affecting you. So July 1st through the 3rd is pretty quiet, which is why I'm not worried that this is coming out one day late on July 2nd. Everything starts to kick off on July 4th. With a bang, with fireworks. So, kind of apropos, Venus in Taurus is going to conjunct Uranus in Taurus at the final degree of Taurus. Then, right after that, Venus will enter Gemini and Neptune is stationing retrograde. Then on the 6th, we have Venus in Gemini sextiling Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And then finally on the 7th, we have Venus in Gemini making a trine to Pluto in Aquarius, and drumroll, Uranus will be entering into Gemini. So this is the major collective shift that we are talking about, that I do talk more in depth in the collective reading. So the themes for you this week, Scorpio, is relationship shocks, intimacy revelations, and partnership evolution. Gonna be a big week. So the relationship shocks, because this Venus Uranus conjunction is happening at the final degree of Taurus in your 7th house. So expect the unexpected in relationships. There could be a surprise encounter, a potential breakup, or a deep shift in how you connect may arise. It honestly could also just be that something shocking and unexpected happens in your partner's life or business partner's life. The 7th house is our one-to-one relationships. So whether that's a romantic relationships or business partnerships or things like that. And it could be that something, some revelation or something unexpected happens to them. It may or may not involve you. Clearly, if it's somebody that is very, prominent in your life, it will have an effect on you. But it, doesn't have to be a breakup or anything like that, or even some deep transformation in your relationship. So then, as Venus enters Gemini in your 8th house, the house of intimacy, shared resources, and transformation, or like psychology, that house is getting activated, and Venus will be there all month. And so this could bring some deeper intimacy to your relationships. It could bring deeper intimacy with yourself. It could bring good things to your shared resources. So maybe the income of your partner could have a boost over the next month, or maybe some investments that you have pan out better than you were expecting. So then, with Venus making a trine to Pluto in Aquarius in your 4th house at the end of the week, and Pluto does, represent you. It is one of your rulers, Pluto and Mars. So this could be a deeply emotional healing time. It will be available to you, especially related to home safety or ancestral patterns. So there could be a lot of healing going on there. And then the other big thing, of course, is Uranus moving into your eighth house, which is initiating a new cycle of transformation and deep work on your inner landscape over the next 7 to 8 years. So that is pretty big. I will be putting out a video um, describing in more detail how the Uranus transit in each house is going to be affecting everyone. But, you know, with Uranus having gone through Taurus in your seventh house, you probably have had a lot of shifts in your relationships. Perhaps, 7, 8 years ago, you went after um, a certain type of person. You had maybe a type, and maybe by the end of the period your type was completely different. Maybe your relationships, had a lot of roller coasters, things like that. Now that energy is moving into your eighth house of intimacy and shared resources and transformation. So you could, over the next 7 to 8 years, do a lot of, shadow work. You could just really deepen and have some sudden insights and uh, really get in tune. Like the eighth house is occult stuff too. So with Uranus being there and Uranus kind of being those sudden flashes of insight, you may have some psychic abilities come on over the next 8, 7, 8 years. It's not all going to happen this week when Uranus enters Gemini, but just to kind of give you a heads up. And then the other heads up, since it is the house of shared resources, it could mean that the finances of a partner or something like that, um, a partner or investments or um, anywhere where you have money that is not really, in your control, there could be big swings, whether that's big gains or some losses, things like that. So that's just something to keep in the back of your mind, and maybe have a backup plan for in case those types of things do happen. But I think this is kind of exciting. Anywhere where we uh, transform. Granted, I am a Scorpio sun and moon, so I really like the whole transformation process, which is why I love doing what I'm doing. But, um, anytime we have transformation, I think it's just really beautiful growing and changing. And I think there's a lot of opportunity and potential for you with Uranus being in your eighth house. And then the last thing to talk about is Neptune going retrograde in your sixth house, which can, it turns us inward, so it can dissolve some old routines. Sixth house is the house of daily habits, routines, work, or bring clarity to your health and work life balance. So if you've been thinking that you could achieve guilty more than you can, this Neptune retrograde will kind of take off those rose colored glasses and have you see things with a bit more clarity, which I'm kind of looking forward to, but not looking forward to all at the same time, and kind of helping you reevaluate the daily routines that have been doing, and if it's something that you can keep going with or not. What boundaries you might need there. This energy is something, as a Scorpio sun and moon, I am feeling that I'm going to be working with heavily. I'm actually feeling that more than the other. I'm feeling all the energy. Anyway, now let's go ahead and pull a card for you. So I'm using my Light Seers Tarot deck. And the question that I am asking for all the signs this week, since Uranus is the planet of unexpected things, whether that's just a sudden insight or unexpected shifts in the world, in your immediate world around you. It can be destabilizing either way, whether it's good or bad shifts that are happening or insights, like it can be destabilizing either way. And Uranus also rules our nervous system. So, you might be feeling a little more anxiety or things like that. So I really want to just ask where Scorpios can ground themselves, keep themselves grounded this week as things are unpredictable, or they may be feeling this electrical energy in their body. How can they best keep grounded this week? There's two, but I don't normally take ones that spit out. All right, so the one that I picked is Ten of Wands. So how can you ground into it? Number one, handling your responsibilities, but also Ten of Wands is a card about delegation and a card about lightening the load. If you don't have to carry this heavy load, don't. Learn how to delegate. So that is a pretty clear card for how you can stay grounded this week, is to, be ahead of that energy of the Neptune going retrograde in your sixth house of work and daily habits and routines. Like, lighten the load, really lean into lightening the load wherever you can possible. Make it more sustainable, because carrying a heavy load for such a long time is not sustainable. So figure that out. And then the other things, the two cards that popped out, do I want to take these or not? One is the Fool, and the other one is Page of Swords. So both are kind of like very childlike energies. And the Fool is kind of releasing into the trust, like it's this free fall energy, right? Is knowing that you are supported by the universe. And you have this idea, you have this journey that you want to go on. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you trust that it's where you're meant to go. So lean into, lighten your load, but whatever it is that you are going after, keep leaning into the free fall of trust, that even as you lighten your load, you will be taken where you want to go. And then similar to the Page of Swords as well, she's got, it's almost like this is, Swords is thought, communication, learning thing, and then Pages is that like childlike energy. So she's got these balloons of light bulbs up here, so she's having these sudden insights and everything, but she's got a book. It's like she's learning something new. So the other thing is to remember, if you're having sudden insights about a course of study or something that you want to learn, lean into that and dive into that as well. Make time for that. Make time for, and maybe this is even just reading a book to get you, outside of and doing something different than carrying this heavy load. but like she's almost floating away, right? So these are very opposing energies. This one is feeling all bogged down, and this one's being carried away by like fantasy, you know? So maybe that's another way to trust that even if you don't work as hard as you have been, that things are going to get done, as well as leaving yourself time to get carried away in the fantasy, get carried away in this childlike energy, get carried away in new ideas and learning something new, reading something new, um, but have it be light. I'm really feeling that the energy, not I'm not feeling like you need to start some course of study that will just burden you more, right? I'm feeling like you need to lighten the load by escaping into something that you really enjoy. Um, so if you have sudden insights about what that might be that you enjoy, go ahead and go after it. So if any of that resonated, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear how it is, and I'd love it if you joined me on the Tarot for Growth Challenge. I really, really would. But yeah, so this week kicks off some seriously big shifts, and if you're feeling it, you are definitely not alone. I've got a few offers to help you move through it all with more clarity and purpose. The first one is just if you don't know, if you're somebody who isn't sure what, sun, moon, or rising, which one you should listen to first, which one is most important for you, which one is least important for you if you only have time to listen to one. Or if you feel like you should be resonating with one and aren't, certainly I certainly book a reading with me. I have one available in the link in the descriptions below, where it's just a quick like 15-minute look at your chart to see how it is configured, see if you're born during the night or the day, and just a quick look to guide you as to why you might resonate more with one than another, if that is something that you have been confused and wondering about. I also have a quick astrology one-to-one reading if you want to see if this energy is affecting you and your chart and your natal planets in particular, and where. I can look at that and guide you through that. And then I also have, I did a summer solstice in Cancer season video talking about the energetic blueprint, basically, of the entire summer season with the summer solstice astrology chart. And we're clearly still in summer. We're still riding the waves of that energy. So these offers do still apply. They will apply all summer. So check the links below. I've got a free journaling prompt. I think there's like 7 journal prompts. I've also got a larger 29-page workbook that will help kind of ground you in and align you with the energy of the season. I've got 2 different tiers of astrology readings available specific to the summer solstice chart, and a tarot spread specific to kind of grounding in this summer season energy. And then I'm also carrying through my men's mental health offerings. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month was in June, but their mental health doesn't just go away after June. So I am continuing that, and it's really just something that I wanted to offer because I think a lot of times our men are not recognized and honored and witnessed the way they should be, and are seen as, if they do struggle with things or have big emotions or things like that, they are kind of looked down upon. And I don't think that's right. And I want to be a witness to the men in our world and just use astrology to help them understand their personal emotional landscape, and to help them know that they're not crazy, and maybe guide a little bit how to better deal with their emotions, how their emotional makeup wants them to work through those emotions, and where they need to find their stability at as well, and as well as where their strengths are. And then I also have a companion guide to go along with that for their support person, their significant other or parent or kid or whoever it may be that they rely on for some emotional support. And maybe they get frustrated sometimes that, these people don't know how to support them. This would be kind of a guide specifically for them, teaching them what your emotional landscape is as a individual man and how they best can support you when you're really going through something. So if that is something that you're interested in, check the links in the descriptions below. And if anything has resonated in this video, if you like this video, drop a comment and let me know your rising sign, what part of the week you're most looking forward to, or if there's anything you're nervous about. I really do love hearing from you. And remember that this week is not just happening to you, it is happening for you, and you've got this. So just keep breathing in, staying grounded, staying open, and keep listening to your inner compass. Till next time.